Hey guys, and welcome to another video. This is our 2 months later review of the Galaxy S10 Plus. Now, this is a flagship device, right? Now, to be a flagship device, there are a certain box to be ticked. Now, there are 5 boxes in this case. The first one will be the display, then the cameras, then goes to the battery, then the performance of the device, and then the build quality and extra features. Now, those standards haven't changed a lot since the release of the Galaxy S10 Plus, which is frankly 2-3 months ago, but let's see how it meets all of those requirements. Now, starting up with the display. The display of the Galaxy S10 Plus is pretty much the best in the business. It offers a QHD resolution display, that is a dynamic AMOLED display from Samsung itself. It has a hole punch on its top, which is Samsung's way of telling we don't want the notch on our phone. And the colors, Samsung has been a little bit generous with their saturation this year, and you only have 2 profiles. One is the natural profile and the other is the vivid. So if you want a lot of vivid colors, you'll choose the other mode and you're good to go. But if you're like a normal person, or if you're like preferring natural colors over it, no problem, Samsung's got you covered over there as well. So this Infinity display, Infinity O to be exact, goes edge to edge, and it's like very nice to look at, while some of the phones out there are just lacking these factors. So this is one of the best displays. So moving on to the second one, we talk about the cameras. Now, Samsung has never been a bad player in terms of camera game, but this time around we have triple camera setup on the back. One of the cameras is an ultra wide, which is very new to Samsung, seeing that they only had telephoto camera and a normal camera at this price point. But this time around there are 3 cameras. The wide angle camera is like 123 degrees, so it's wider than any other cameras right now. I've heard that a phone is coming with 130 degrees wide angle camera, but this is going to be a little bit different. But we're talking about Samsung, so the promises here are very prominent. And the main sensor is a 12 megapixel sensor with the variable aperture that you have already seen. It varies between f1.5 and 2.4, so whatever lighting situation you are in, it got you covered. And the telephoto hasn't pretty much changed. It's the same telephoto camera, which is also 12 megapixels, and they're not claiming anything like OnePlus here, increasing it to 3x and reducing the resolution or stuff. So everything is what it says on the keynote itself. And the camera app itself is amazing. You can also shoot videos while on the wide angle camera, and the HDR and stuff also work very well in this. So it's a very consistent camera, and since the launch itself, it has gotten a little bit better, and a lot better with software updates, and the camera performs very good. It's no slop in that area. So the next thing is our battery life. Now, the S10 Plus at least has 4100 mAh battery. We've already seen the S9 Plus with 3400 last time, and it wasn't bad, right? So the new One UI is very much optimized for battery, and you can clearly see. And with the increased 4100 mAh capacity, we have seen this go very close to Huawei P30 Pro, which has always been very far from Samsung devices in terms of battery. And they've also pushed the walls when it comes to the battery. You have seen Note 9 coming with 4000 mAh, but this is the first time an S series phone has had a bigger battery than the Note. So with the battery life, it's no complaint. End of the day, easily you'll be having 25 to 30%, and if you use lightly, like unlike me, you'll end up with a 2-day battery life. So battery life is a very strong point on this phone. S10, I don't know because I haven't used it a lot, but S10 Plus, I can vouch for it, and the battery life is very good. So the fourth point in our video is going to be about the performance of the device. Now, this has a Snapdragon 855 or its Exynos equivalent depending on the region you are in, but it's not any cheapest chipset. You know that Snapdragon 855 is going to perform like a Snapdragon 855. It's a very performing chipset, and whether you're gaming or editing light photos in Lightroom, or performing any daily tasks like Instagramming, WhatsApp, or any Facebook application, it doesn't stutter, and One UI doesn't stand a chance against the Snapdragon 855. Like the older TouchWiz UIs have been heavy on the chipset, so it's a very butter smooth experience. It's not a 90 Hz display like OnePlus 7 Pro, but it's smooth enough, and you'll notice it. The software is very good, and the performance in itself, it's the best in class. It's not the fastest like the OnePlus, but that's a performance difference that you'll not notice in a far run. Now coming to the final thing, we'll talk about the build quality and the extra things that Samsung has given us. Some of them are good, some of them are not, but who are we to say? Now the build quality of the phone is built solidly. Now as you can see, the back is made completely of glass and the side rails are made of aluminium, and again the front is a curved glass. Now this has been Samsung's design statement from a lot of years, but what can you complain about that? The glass metal sandwich is the best design that the smartphone has ever undergone. So this is the best design you got, and then there are like neat little additions coming with this, like wireless charger, the dual speakers that Samsung is going to provide you, and the Bixby button that nobody asked for, but it can be remapped now, so that's one of the better additions. And unlike the OnePlus devices, you also have official IP68 dust and water resistance, so you can be confident around the pool while you're taking pictures with your friends or something else. So all these things add up, and yeah, it pretty much checks all of the boxes I've mentioned above. And 2 months later, I'm pretty dang sure I'm going to carry this phone for the rest of the year. And let me know about your thoughts in the comment section below, and subscribe for more cool stuff like this. See you in the next one.